Hello, my name is Zachary Abbott, and this is my presentation of Property 101, and it's covering the scenario involving the car accident between the Mustang and the Chevy Impala. Alright, so I kind of screenshotted this picture from the assignment. So when we look at the scenario, who really has the right of way? As far as I see it, the Chevy Impala, driven by Fred, should have yielded to the Mustang in ideal conditions. Let's just say she wasn't not speeding. He would have had to have stopped there and waited until she had passed to make his turn. But that is kind of without that speed in consideration. I found in statute 169.20 subdivision 1A, it says the driver of any vehicle traveling at an unlawful speed shall forfeit any right of way that they might have had there. So she admitted that she was going 8 over in a 45. So considering her speed was so excessive, in a way she kind of just forfeits her right of way, because essentially you could go 100 miles an hour down that road thinking you have the right of way, and cars wouldn't have seen trying to turn at all. So just given the Mustang speed, I think, well, according to that statute, she forfeited her right of way. Her excessive speed, in my opinion, likely was the result of this accident, just because the driver of the Impala said he did look, he saw nothing. And I think that the Mustang was the cause of the accident. Alrighty, so we have the nice picture of the beat up Mustang to the right. And violations for Sally driving the Mustang. She had no proof of insurance. This is in Minnesota 169.1, correction .791 subdivision 2A, requirement for driver, whether or not owner. Every driver of a motor vehicle in the state of Minnesota needs to have some sort of proof of insurance, whether that be a card or on your phone, and she had neither. Second violation was for speed. The statute is under 169.14 subdivision 2. She admitted to going 8 over in a 45, as well as the officers saw skid marks from her tires, which definitely show her excessive speed. The third citation or violation is no proof of current registration / plates. She admitted that she had them, or possibly had them at her house, and her current registration from just having bought the cars expired. So she does not have current registration or plates on that car. So that is a violation of Minnesota law. Alrighty, and now we're looking at the beat up back end of the Impala there coming out of the school parking lot. And the violations that I see, the first one was he admitted to not having a seatbelt, which is in Minnesota statute 169.686, subdivision 1A is a seatbelt requirement. When he's driving a motor vehicle, he really should have had, even coming out of a parking lot, he should have had his seatbelt on for his safety. The second violation I saw was his expired driver's license. When asked for a driver's license proof of insurance, he provided a license that was just 1 month expired. This may not seem like a huge deal, but in the state of Minnesota, under Minnesota statute 171.02 subdivision 1, you can see this license requirement. Every driver of a motor vehicle needs to have a valid driver's license. And I just want to know, it seemed rather odd that there was no stop sign for the road leaving the parking lot. I wasn't gonna really cite him for the right-of-way kind of situation considered the Mustang's speed. Alright, so given the scenario, I think there's a lot of things when we talk about discretion the officer could do. Are we going to give him citations, or are we going to give him warnings? I think, let's just start with the Mustang. I think that the speed was the biggest factor to this accident. She admitted going to 53 miles per hour in a 45. She said she knew what the speed was. This road is right outside of a school. It's pretty obvious that she was speeding given the brakes too, or the skid marks from her tires. So I think I would be citing her for her speed. I would also be citing her for the no registration and plates and proof of insurance. It kind of seemed like there was a lot of intentional neglect on her end, saying she even knew that they were on where they were at her house. So it kind of shows lack of care for trying to even remotely keep up with the status of her vehicle as well as her proof of insurance. So I think she would be receiving 3 citations as well as her beat up Mustang that day. As far as the Chevy Impala, I wouldn't cite him for the turn just given the Mustang speed, but I would have to cite him for that expired driver's license. Even if it is a month, it's still expired. I guess I could be citing him for no seatbelt, but I really think that maybe in this situation, like he said, he had to go sit down. His physical pain and discomfort is probably enough for a reminder to wear his seatbelt, so I'd be giving him a verbal warning for that. And here are the references I used. Thank you.